So, you know, I just listen. I know her. You've been in prison with somebody for that long, that many years. You know them.
Yeah.
I don't say nothing. I listen. Like, oh, okay, well, you know, and I'm not being phony or fake. I'm just, you know, it's like either ride with her where she's at now, or she will completely just shut down.
Oh yeah,
cut you off.
You're dead.
You're
dead to her. You're dead to her. That's scary, Libra, and very Scorpio.
Yes.
Because like,
so I watch what I say. I've learned over the years. I watch what I say, and I just, you know, I listen, and I'm just like, okay, but I know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I know exactly what's gonna happen because of her history.
Yeah.
You know, with men and stuff. So I'm like, okay, well, and I'm thinking to myself, another victim. Another victim. I mean, this man is really trying, you know, doing what he thinks he needs to do. But to me, he's moving a little too bit fast. I'm like, oh, I said, well, that's good. I said, that all sounds really good and everything, you know. And I kind of asked her, well, don't you think it's moving a little bit, you know, kind of fast and stuff? And I don't know. I just, you know, so I'm just waiting for, you know, right now, you know, she riding the wave. You know, this man's, right now, she's saying he doing everything right. Okay, we gonna see. We gonna see. Probably by next time you see me, I'm telling you,
we're gonna have a verdict.
Right? It's gonna be, you know. So, but again, you just learn how to with people and stuff. You really do.
Yeah.
Like I said, she will be, you know, one of my bestest of best.
Yeah.
To the day I die. You hear what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I know where to kind of place her
in your life.
Right.
Yeah.
And stuff. And I know how to, you know, like we text each other every morning, every day.
That's the Leo in you. You know how to place them. Yeah, put the pawns on the chessboard.
And stuff. So, but I don't know. Maybe you get to my age or whatever. You learn how to read people. You learn how to know people. You learn how to, you know, that sort of thing. So, but yeah. But I noticed that about her like years ago. It's like, when everything's going right, or at least she says it's going right.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you can sit right. No, over here because then you're gonna just go straight. I know. That's right.
it. I'm not gonna push it, but if one day you like, let me just try this and see. You're gonna make a few jars and put it over there.
Yeah. I know.
Okay, no pressure.
I'm
okay,
not
I
pressure.
That. Okay, I'm done now. Man, this is really good.
Yeah.
Just like you were giving me the cans of soda.
Yeah.
No, I
Clearly
don't want
Canadian.
no,
Clearly Canadian.
I don't want no more cans of soda.
Oh, the rats.
But if you had these in the jar over there, I would buy a couple.
Okay. All right.
Just saying. You know, it's like, you selling the dry, you want them to buy the 10. I don't understand for the junkies. I need something for the junkies and something for... I didn't hear you. I heard something about junkies. I said I need to have something for the junkies and something for people that, listen, don't mind it. Whatever works to get the sale over there, okay? Listen here. We got a goal here that we can see, all right? You gotta sell the tea. Get out the door. Okay?
Don King.
What you are.
I'm gonna start calling you Don King. Was he a real too? I think he was.
That's all right. Well, hey.
You're right, Don King. Only in America.
That's all right, though. That's all right. You can remember that when the dollars start coming in.
I know. You gonna be like that. Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. I'm just telling you. I took one sip, Nebbie. Come on now.
I know.
This is delicious. I'm telling you. Okay. This is why I'm not drinking it at home. Because it don't taste like this. You put a little flavor in here.
I put cinnamon stick, cloves, star anise, honey, lemon. But you don't even have to do it. Like the last one I made for it, I just put a cinnamon stick and honey. Still with the lemon. Yeah.
This has a little bit more kick to it.
Yeah, this one does.
I took a sip. You hear me? I took a sip. Okay. All right. Let's see what you gotta do. You're gonna see. Yeah, indeed. I'm telling you.
Let me see also. Good. Drink up, buttercup.
Yeah, more. This is why I was telling you when I made it at home, I was also putting in a flavored tea to give us some flavor.
Because you weren't getting the flavor out of tea.
Right. Okay, so I had a tea bag, a peach tea bag, and I would just put it down in there, but then you give it a little bit more flavor, so it was a little bit more tolerable. That's just
I know, yeah.
So this is tasting and really loving the flavor.
Yes, I know. I could drink. That's what I'm saying. You can drink it all day. You can't OD on
If
it.
it tastes like this, yeah. Starbucks any day.
Exactamundo. Hey! Yeah, I know. I can drink that all day.
days and everything. Like, you ain't a roll, girl. Yes, indeed. This is just a regular cinnamon stick.
Yep. You can get the other kind of.
Particularly down the road, it may also help me get more off the sugar. Yep. Because my palate, I just
No, that's
I like
didn't I
the
tell
taste.
you what it does? It increases your satiety, which is you won't be hungry, first of all, and then the honey is better sugar than sugar.
Right.
It's a different type.
So I say that because, as I just talked about here, the taste and stuff, it has like a sweet type of taste
Yes.
for my palate.
Yes.
And so, you know, if I taste the sweetness, some sort of sweetness, even if it's a healthy sweetness,
Yes.
you know, I can tolerate it. Right?
Yes.
Yeah, I gotta get off the sugar. I gotta get more off the sugar. I don't use white sugar anymore. I use anything if I see it. I can use honey.
So you got the honey on lock. You already got half the ingredients.
Yeah, so I'm really happy about that. It's always what it is.
Oh yes, because it balances your hormones. You know, that's all been talked about.
Oh my God. Awfulness. Just, you know, like, what is this? You know, I'm sitting still. I'm not doing anything. And why am I perspiring? Why am I having this 2 weeks, you know, come over me? Stuff and sleeping. Oh Lord, that's been, you know, sleep, you know, or not consistent sleep and stuff. You know, quality sleep. Right. I need to be able to. I know you told me that anyway.
Sounds like all your problems are just waiting on you. Sounds like. Remember the movie Little Shop of Horrors?
I never saw that movie, but I never watched it, but I've heard of it.
Oh man. Tashina Arnold and Tisha Campbell. That's like one of their, I think it was one of our first.
Okay.
But yeah.
That's the original or did it remake?
No, the original.
Okay.
They're like singing it.
Okay.
Like they're just like
Okay.
the one plant says, "Hey, do you see more?" all the time. Like that's what the T is saying.
Okay. Yeah. Pills don't work. I mean, it's just, yeah.
I know, and I bet you like pills because it's easy. It would work.
That's what I'm used to
They just have so
doing.
many side effects. It ain't working.
in here to get correction, okay?
No,
Right?
balance,
Yeah. Okay, you know, correction, some discipline, some, you know what you're supposed to be doing, Brittany. Okay, now you need to do it. You should not come in here and have Nebbie, remind you what you're supposed to be doing. But sometimes you need to kick in the pants, okay? Sometimes you do.
Here, kick ass and take names.
Oh, jeez. Alright. I'm in reality now.
Yeah.
We never had to have this conversation anymore.
I hope this doesn't turn into that Adam Sandler movie, 50 First Dates, where he keeps living the same thing.
Oh my goodness. Like
Groundhog Day. Yeah, all those movies. Today. I'm putting it down on the calendar. This is the start.
Okay. July 31st.
Yeah, it's very Leo of you, isn't it?
I know. Okay.
July 31st.
That planner right there on this side is like a little garden. It's like you got
There's like
tomatoes or something in it.
there's
peppers.
the one in the
The one right here.
Okay.
Straight ahead, right there.
That one has lilies. Those are lilies that are really bushy. And then that thing is the plant that I got from lunch that I said that turned into an outside plant.
Okay.
And then the thing, that one thing, I forget what it is, but it's called, it's like a eye, something that comes out. But it's like, it looks like, it reminds me of a period. It's just, the plant, not the thing that's, see the thing that's growing on top, but underneath there is like this green leaves with red spots on it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I'm like, this reminds me of a menstrual cycle.
Oh, yeah, that needs to be outside. Oh, my goodness. Okay. This is just been polka dot. You have to fit it all in
It's like
there.
our own bag.
Okay.
Spotted.
Yeah, let's take a look garden out there. Did you have to get lemons like a lemon?
Oh yeah, I've been using them. There's ones out there right now.
Is it a tree right here?
Yeah, this one that's right. Yeah. You see them? If you got them, there's 3 left. I think it's the mom.
Yeah.
I know. And I didn't know. What is that? The original color of lemons? They're not supposed to be yellow. I guess they did.
No, probably from the sun. No, come on now. What's that called? That I can't think of it right now. They call it something when the sunlight hits.
Oh, you're talking about photosynthesis?
Yeah, something like that. It has to be. Same thing that makes oranges orange. I know strawberries when they first bloom they're green. I know that. But and oranges. Well, no, I've seen oranges turn green when they're bad. I've never seen like a green orange from the beginning. But anyway. Okay. So I guess the lemon is really a lime first before it becomes a lemon. Lime. Things you learn just stop and pay attention. Most people probably wouldn't have conversations like this about, stuff like that. It is, because there's so much hustle and bustle and we're always focused on the big, huge things because those are the things that are always right slam in our face. The little things that really kind of make a difference, the things that they tell us we need to pay attention to and why and how that benefits us. It's like, think about it.
Bottom up versus top down process.
Right. Think about how many people have come in and passed by and never thought nothing about, didn't even really see them. Walked right past them and didn't think nothing else. Okay.
Yeah. Right.
Because why? Because one, our minds
Because everybody's
everywhere.
in, what's it called? The mode where it's not fire life, but everybody's in survival mode.
Yeah.
So they're just going from one thing to the next. Society makes it that way.
instead of getting some type of exposure.
Wake up and smell roses.
There's truth to that. There's benefit to that. There really is. Now we all hate bugs, of course. I'm not standing up for the bugs. Don't get me wrong, but they all serve a purpose. Even though we're like, why are these gnats here? Why are we being bothered with all these gnats? Why are we being bothered? Flies are disgusting. They
maggots. That's what I was saying.
You know what?
That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
The
What's
other
the
day.
purpose of a maggot, right?
The other day.
Really?
Maggots are literally nothing. Well, not nothing there or whatever. But they can come from nothing. Like, if you don't clean a wound, you can grow a maggot. I think that is so cool.
I saw that on an episode of Grey's Anatomy some years ago. It was a really, really obese person.
Yes.
And they had to life him in, in the operating room. And they lifted the girth of his stomach and underneath there, it was infected and had maggots. Do you know how many people live like that? Okay, yeah, let's not put a number to it because really, you really would scream.
Oh my
God.
God.
It's terrible.
Oh no.
It really is.
It's like the Walking Dead movie.
Truly. But my point of bringing up the bugs, bugs, well, we know that some exist for pollination. Especially bees. So we don't like bees. I don't like bees either. I love them. But bees, I'm telling you, because of what they do, that they're the workers, but what they're doing is truly, helping the environment.
Yes.
It really is.
They're the only ones working for the environment.
But ants move from one place to the other, and that helps them to germinate where, something else that's like growing.
The U.S. Army studied its tactics for responding against that.
I believe it.
And the theme for the army is what? What is it?
Be all you can be? Is that it?
Yes.
Okay. Be all you can be. Okay. They had to originate from somewhere.
But that's what George Washington. So busy talking to them.
Maybe they'll listen, shut off all the social media. Yes, shut all that down. And while they're in devastation and screaming and hollering, what is happening, oh my God. And then someone comes over the loudspeaker and says, they'll have to listen and pay attention to that. If they want to know how to get their social media back on. Terrible. Shut off all the social media. Yeah, shut all that down. While they're in devastation and screaming and hollering, what is happening, oh my God. And then someone comes over the loudspeaker and says, why does this, you'll have to, that's how I feel about sloth. I'm like, why does that animal do this?
They're there to show us how they
purpose. Right, something. I was like, what's the purpose in, they do nothing. I mean, they just hang from a tree, long claw looking, hands. What in the world? But even they have a purpose. I don't know if they eat bugs or what it is, but it's something, everything has a purpose. And why it's here.
And that segues back into humans. That is our job to find a purpose. And when you see a purposeless person,
Don't run. Go the other way. Don't even take 2 more steps. Don't. Okay? Because then you don't want them drawing you in to, their web of deception and why they can't figure it out. Oh no. Sorry, Leo has no tolerance for that. Sorry. Bill has no tolerance for that. Yeah.
Yeah, the way.
Don't even, really it's like, maybe you need to stop for a minute, sit down, close your eyes, and just allow the universe around you.
First of all, you have to be
speak to you, to be able to allow that to be grounded enough. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Open your mind to it, your body, your soul, spirit, feelings.
Yes.
The answer is there.
It is.
We
have all the answers.
But if you're so busy, we're so inundated with all the man-made ways that we're supposed to come up with decisions and, make choices and all that kind of stuff. Like, that's not natural. Stuff has already given us everything we need to move forward in this life.
You have to know, literally, that you're the one. You're the one.
Yeah. Absolutely. But yeah, those that are just kind of floating around here and really not sure and just kind of going from one thing to the other and one thing to the other. That's it's different to be lazy than it is just totally just all over the place.
I think we're meant to be lazy. I really do. But it's in a different way. Lazy doesn't have to mean you don't have to get anything done. It just means that you don't like to put extra work into things.
But they say that we are supposed to be more.
But life is supposed to be easy because we've overcomplicated it. It's gotten harder, and so we feel like we need to work extra hard. But it's supposed to be easy work. Because if you're doing your purpose, it won't be hard.
Yeah, it's something that you gotta do every day that you enjoy. You're gonna be doing it every day of your life. You'll be doing that more than you'll be doing stuff that you really want to enjoy. You really want to do. Instead of being able to find that balance and being able to do it. But it's a lot of complexities, welcome one by one. That'll be forever here. This time, but I just, somebody that's kind of walking around, really not knowing just what they're supposed to do.
That's where you have an exploratory period of your life where who knows how long that takes. Some people don't find out their purpose until they're, back in the days it used to be like you're an adult at 40. You know how people say that stuff. And that's why they purposely made that age, I feel like, a midlife crisis age. They're like, what are you doing? You're doing something totally different from what you're supposed to be doing. It's a midlife crisis. He's riding a motorcycle. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, especially what you've been doing along the way.
Yeah. Because sometimes people just get into like a job or profession or into people that they really weren't supposed to be around. Yeah. So then when they turn a certain age, then they're like, I don't want to keep living life like this. So then they try to flip it, and then people get crazy.
Yeah. If they go too extreme. Yeah, come on now. You was driving a minivan yesterday.
Now you're in a Harley.
Yeah, exactly. Like, something really, something really wrong with that. I just say, you are always evolving.
Yes, that's what it's supposed to be. Some people stop growing at 5 or 6. Whatever year they experience trauma. Stops people's growth because then they just focus so much on the trauma and just surviving.
Right. And a lot of times, I don't know if they even know to describe it as trauma. No, until someone tells them it's trauma, and then to actually want to do something about it. And most people don't want to do anything about it.
Yeah.
Especially, if ancestor-wise, no one did anything about it.
Oh yeah. Like genetic memory is very strong.
Yeah. Oh, I believe so. I had a patient. Oh yeah. So she was prenatal and diabetes. I think she was like 22 years old. And So, you know, come in for an appointment. She comes in for an appointment instead of everything. It was that, but then with the diabetes, you know, our clinical staff was trying to get her.
Oh, did she have
She didn't want to deal with the diabetes.
Okay.
So, you know, they called my department to help her with some like social services type of stuff. She didn't want it. She didn't want it because at 22, first of all, she didn't have any peers who were going through the same thing, could relate. And then, well, yeah, you know, grandma and auntie and whoever had
they got their foot cut off or whatever.
Yeah, but they didn't deal with it. They didn't talk about it. They didn't, you know, they just. So I don't need to do it. So that falls into what you just said about the generational. And she felt like, no, I don't.
Did she have diabetes before the infestation? Like, did she have it before she was pregnant?
I believe so.
Okay. So it's like, if I don't want to do it for myself, why do you think this baby's gonna make me get it? I mean, you think you would, but
they just want to make sure, I mean, you know, they're working with her to make sure it's under control.
Yeah.
The best possible.
No, especially during that time.
But, you know, at 22, she's not thinking about going.
So the baby got like
diabetes class and all that shit going you know, so, and again, generational because, you know, in the house, in the family, you know, hitting on the head, you know, cheating, you know, this, that, and the other. As far as, you know, we don't talk about it.
Yeah.
You know, maybe a little bit more now, but I don't know. You know,
I know that runs in my family. People got, my uncle got his whole leg cut off. I know.
That's something to talk about. Okay. Uncle Joe walking in, rolling in.
It's actually my Uncle Tom.
Oh, God. Oh, Lord. We really got an emergency now. Here we go. Oh, goodness gracious, girl. Okay, go on here with the story.
No, you gotta like my grandma, she had diabetes too, but I don't know if she got it. I think she had breast cancer. She got one of her breasts cut off. I know. So they've been hacking off family members' limbs in my family for
the tea did not come along soon enough.
But the thing is, my grandma Susie, she was really into herbs before. But this is before she got diabetes, and I feel like in society, maybe she got more into like the American diet versus like what she would do with like the roots and stuff. They're part of the family is from like Georgia and stuff, so she got far away from that being healthy.
Down there, you look at a plant like this, it looks like a big tall, flowering. I mean, it didn't get that point here and stuff, but everything in the environment here, we have to work harder to get it to what it will naturally do.
But guess what I heard? Guess what I heard? We're becoming a more tropical earth. Period. Like the earth used to be more tropical, like when it was like in the Eden days before the snake came and everything. So we're going back to that. And you know, they talk about global warming all the time. Like Ohio's about to be a tropical place. So we'll have this weather outside. Stop!
Okay, excited. I'm gonna tell me something, but I'll be like, yeah, I don't know about all that. First thing I'm thinking about is more headaches, more bad days.
No.
More, you know, aches and pains.
No, more. If you get on the team, you won't have any of those things.
Okay, safeguard yourself now. No, get this herbal team. Really, I'm telling you.
Because you're going to be hot and miserable.
You don't want to feel wrapped global warming.
Yes.
Okay. Seriously.
But guess what? They talk about global warming all the time. But one thing that is hidden that they talk about that we don't really understand what they're saying or overstaying is the Cold War. They've actually been manipulating the weather to be colder versus hotter.
Yeah, well, I mean,
you know how you think about the Cold War in Russia?
Yeah, burn it up. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, they're gonna. I didn't see the end of it. I'm pretty sure it's past though.
Yeah.
We're not gonna have any more daylight savings time.
Which they've been saying that for years, and I'm like, why does this stuff keep coming back? Last year you said this is last year, this year, but hopefully it's
They said they actually voted on it.
Good.
That it had passed through all the different houses and haven't seen anything lately about the last phase of it. And so it's probably just sitting on somebody's desk right now or whatever. You know, like yeah, we'll get to it. We know
like
it's
that,
there.
how a bill becomes a law.
Yeah, you know, that sort of thing. But it's like, you know, it might be at stop right now because the concern that the mornings will be dark.
So what?
But that will affect the kids on school.
What? Because they'll realize how much of their life they're wasting in school?
No, they'll be walking to school in the dark.
Oh, walking to school.
That's a safety issue. Maybe. I mean, it's a safety issue every day too, but more so at night. You know, the kids that have to walk to school, so, you know, by themselves, that sort of thing.
Well, first of all, you're walking to school by yourself. That's a danger in itself. So, I mean,
Well,
does it really matter the time of the day? I mean, I guess at dark times. I feel like we should be focusing more on the kids walking to school by themselves than the darkness.
I mean, well, but it affects them.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it truly totally affects. But I don't know, that may have held it up, you know, with parent concern and stuff like that, you know, with children having to walk, you know, in the dark.
There's always an excuse. That's just their excuse to keep it going.
Always have to block some kind of way and stuff. But, you know, I don't know, I just think that, you know, enough people have done enough hollering and screaming about how the time changes. That is true, it does. It does. You know, but I mean, I'm wondering, you know, across the country,
They don't do this everywhere.
right, they don't. So, you know, how are they doing anything? It's all the same country. You know what I'm saying? Like,
One nation, under God, liberty. Wait, how does it go? The United States of America.
Like Arizona, they told me.
Republic, for which it stands,
Oh,
one
that's
nation,
it. Did you
under
put your
God,
hand on your heart?
indivisible,
Oh,
with liberty
Lord.
and justice for all.
Okay. That being said, we know all that's a lie.
And, you see it on Everybody Hates Chris. Why do they make us say it over and over again? It's a pledge! Do they not believe us? But we did have to say that every morning.
I'm not gonna say them with names.
I don't know, do they still say that?
I have no idea. I don't know. Yeah, they need to do something because people are really hollering and screaming about that daylight saving time. And stuff. Like I said, Arizona, school out there.
Yeah.
I talked to the, you know, they were like, we don't have that here. It's the same time all the time.
Hey, I like
I'm just
that.
like, well, it's the same time all the time.
Yeah.
Why is that not across the board?
Because it's only for people that are willing to accept it. I guess they're a little bit more bold in their like, we ain't doing all that. Here, they're like, whatever.
So that basically tells me that it's mechanical. It's not man-made and stuff, you know, because I thought it was always based on the movement of the sun.
Yeah, that's how they get us.
Okay? But then I heard how it was created for military.
There's a, you know, if you're into watches, they have like Zulu time. That's what they have. Zulu watches. That's what most people go by. I don't know what Zulu time is. I haven't really went into it. But it's a thing with people that wear watches because it's like consistent, I guess. You have to ask Jake.
But does it bring balance, so
Yeah.
that consistency.
No, I feel like it does
Gotta need to
something.
bring balance.
Because our time is how we are manipulated.
Yeah.
It's a manipulation.
We don't have so much of it. So we don't get it back.
And if you think about time isn't actually what they say it is, like clicks on a watch. Time is actually your thoughts. So whatever you're thinking about, you know how Janet Jackson said, funny how time flies. So time is not really like about measuring speed because when you're having fun, it's like, oh, that felt like it was like 2 minutes. But if you're in a really boring conversation, it could be 5 minutes and it felt like 5 hours.
So that's probably how you're using your time.
Yeah. And And then when you have a job that you hate, it's like it's controlling your thoughts because when you hate something, you're really thinking about it a lot. So your time is really Don't, did it hit a nerve?
It did slow me down just a little bit. Now, my brain is like.
Now you have time. You have time away. It's like your second COVID.
And it's like, that's why we have sayings like, don't waste time. Don't waste my time. Don't waste my time. Don't waste time. Because it's not something that.
So don't waste thoughts. If you think about it in that way, if you replace time with thought, say don't waste my thoughts because my time is spent thinking about these things. Yeah. Because their thoughts are going down low. Yep. And melanin, which we have, is chaos, but it's controlled chaos. Okay? Because it's all bumping up into us. So think about it that way. You know how they don't waste my thoughts. They say black don't crack. Some days, these days it's cracking. He's cracking.
The environment, okay, it's dry, so something's gonna crack under the dry pressure, okay?
But melanin is a regenerative thing. Like it's a healing. It's what helps us stay youthful.
Okay.
So if we stay youthful by protecting our melanin in every way, then we can be timeless, ageless, back into the Garden of Eden, where we were supposed to be.
So we don't need all the cosmetics.
No.
We on the shelf and see as Walgreens.
And guess what has a lot of what is very closely related to melanin is plants and herbs. Yes, like tea. Ding, 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 ding.
All right.
I'm sorry, it's the cure for everything. I'm sorry.
Let's bad, boy. I'm telling you, I'm going to go home and get it out of the back of my cabinet, okay?
Exactly.
And put it right there, right there by the rice cooker.
Yes.
So it's in sight at all times.
Yes.
Okay.
But it's literally what we hear. Because the reason we age is because our cells die because we're doing things to like inflame them or to kill them. So
no Arby's curly fries today. Okay.
Oh yeah.
I hear you.
Don't get me started on the oils.
Oh.
That was started by Rockefeller to just go with the byproducts of the oil because that's how they made the money off of the oil. Right? Oil money. So then they started putting it in the food. But you know how they made the food pyramid? And then they suggested like all these carbohydrates on the bottom and all this stuff. But they put all these oils in the carb. Everything you get at the grocery store, like in the aisles, you can find those oils in there. And that's literally hurting our melanin, which is aging us.
And again, it's not natural.
Yes.
How you gonna put something unnatural with natural?
Yes.
No, it's not. It's like oil and water. It's not gonna
And oil, if you want to start a fire, what do? What you gonna do? You're gonna douse it with some oil. So we're basically dousing our bodies with oil, and then wondering why we're inflamed and dying. And it's like, it's very brilliant how they did it, how they put it in everything. Like French red hot. Put that fish on everything.
No more, let's leave my fish all plain and just.
I know, I gotta have some hot sauce. I gotta do that. There's nothing wrong with hot sauce. I ain't saying nothing wrong with hot sauce.
Oh my goodness. That's the thought about fish in a long time.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's what I've been doing all this time. I've been eating fish sandwiches. I made it in grapeseed oil.
Okay. You make them yourself?
Yes, my husband's obsessed with it.
Okay.
I don't know what you've done, what you figured out with this.
Well, fish sandwich jar.
Yes.
Let's stack them up.
It's so easy.
Put it over there by the tea.
Yep.
I'll grab it. Yep.
Oh yes. I'll be having fish. Oh yeah. You have to make this into a freaking.
What do we serve with fried fish? Sweet tea. Okay. So we're not frying it anymore. Okay. We're gonna broil it, and then we're gonna put it on there with the natural herb tea. It's a win-win to me. I don't see the confusion. I don't see, really. Okay? It can work.
It will.
Absolutely.
With Don King by my side.
I don't know so much about that.
As long as you don't steal my money like this, right?
No, that would never happen. Oh my goodness.
Like, what happened to the $1 million? He's like, wait, hold on, Nebbie. We got a lot of bills, all right? You don't know where it's
That is true. We do have a lot of bills. Now, come on now. You know, we got the lights on today. We need to keep them on. Okay. That's right. That's right. You know. And look, there's a little bit here, a little bit there. You gotta spread that million out, you know. Over here.
I see. I have to get a manager for you too. So I'm gonna look at the figure.
Yeah. I tell you, corrections everywhere. I tell you. That is crazy. He's still in it.
He is.
I'm like, come on now.
I bet you wish you could have got it on that last fight that you did, that humiliation fight there. With Jake Paul. You see where he had a little
I think I heard about it.
Watch it.
I didn't watch it because he had one a couple of years ago. And I paid for it and everything, and that's when I was still seeing my Scorpio friend.
Okay, yeah.
He came over and we were sitting there watching it and watched all these pre-fights. And then,
No, I think that was it.
And then finally got to
That was the one.
his fight, and it lasted what, 2 minutes?
Oh no, it wasn't no 2 minutes.
Whatever. It was not. It was just not. It was just not.
Who'd you see on the pre-fight? Was it women and
Oh, I
men?
don't remember.
Was it one, 2 women?
No, it was just men.
Okay.
You know, just men. If I can remember. I was so disgusted that that really was something I was like, I need to block this out of my mind. I just spent money on it and stuff. And then this was I expected the fight
To be like a Tyson fight, like a knockout.
Right.
If it was gonna be 2 minutes, you wanted to see a knockout.
Exactly, like he did back in like 1990 something or whatever.
When it was in his
Yeah, that
prime.
fight and just, I mean, well, listen, you should I mean, I think people expect
You wanted to see a knockout or a ear biting or something, huh?
Yes. I appreciate the old Cadillac.
Did you see that fight? Did you see that fight? Pretty good, I think.
I didn't watch it, no, but I heard
I watched it with my brother. That was great. And spit it out. That was the part. The part of spitting it out. Yes. That was like the real, you know, he likes tigers too. He has tigers too, so I guess that was good to see that tiger.
The people that exist that teach us why not to.
I mean, I would never like somebody, period, because I just feel like it's just disgusting. It's like your DNA is now a part of me. I don't want that. Anything from you in my mouth? Especially like, don't like this thing, but that was like good. Desperate times.
I have to just say whatever. I mean, he is just someone that totally turned down, I met him when I was in my early years.
Really?
Of college. I met him.
What? You met Mike Tyson.
I met Mike Tyson, yes.
What?
On the street.
Where?
On the street.
In Cleveland?
In Shaker Heights.
I knew it!
My band, my grandmother and I were
Oh
walking.
yeah, that was an area. That's
Yeah.
a rich area, Shaker.
We were walking to the store. I think we were coming back from the store. And we saw this, like a Lamborghini type car, on the road. And it was just sitting there and stuck. And so we're looking and we're like, and we knew because the OJs lived in Shaker. Their kids went to the schools and all that. So,
Yeah,
we
Gerald
were,
Levert.
yeah.
That's his dad.
And yeah, so we were kind of familiar with knowing that there might be some celebrity people, but we didn't know who that was. We were like, whose car is that?
Yeah.
Who is that that's stuck, on the road that is a
Oh,
one-way?
he was stuck?
On the road with the car.
Okay.
And we're standing there and we're like, well, who is this? Who gets out of the car? Oh my God, we were excited, of course. We were like, wow, this is great. And so while we were waiting, my grandmother called her mechanic. And was like, we need to
She's like,
come
you got him.
Oh yeah, she was proud. Yeah, she
Hey.
was like, but while we were standing there,
Yes.
Mr. Tyson thought, I don't even call him that.
Mr.
He thought
Tyson.
that he could come over to me
Was he hollering at you?
and trying to say things to me
Ow!
and grabbing me.
What?
And yeah, it was.
He grabbed you like what? Was it like this or was it like this?
It was like
It was like this.
like a hug. It was, and it was saying things that was not appropriate. So my grandmother was like, he's like, I can send her to any school she wanted in the country.
What?
He said, and I could get her in shape too. You know, I wasn't like,
what?
Yeah, sure did.
You could have been a rich
No,
dad, a
I
rich
could have been
baby
the first
dad.
God has given. That's what I would have been. That's what I would have been. No.
Could have got boxed out.
After a while we were waiting,
He said he was already grabbing you. He was grabbing you. Yeah. How was it?
I had to go in the house.
He said I could have been.
I had to walk away.
From him
and go in the house.
Oh, he wanted you.
That's you see that there. It was not a good experience.
Yeah.
I came in at the time. My husband and I were just dating.
Yeah.
This is my early years.
Oh, you tell him.
I was telling him that I was like, I'm out here. I said, ready to, you know, he's listening to the story. He's like, don't make me have to come up there. I was like, I don't know. I was like, I don't know what you have to do it. It's my cousin. But I was like, it's okay now. I was like, I'm in the house.
You try to make him be a crap.
I was like, I'm in the house. Right, I'm in the house. And I'm not going back out.
Yes.
I was like, my grandmother's still out there. Her mechanic, they can't believe this is Mike Tyson.
Yes.
And they get ready to tow his car with Lamborghini somewhere. They couldn't believe it, but I had to go in the house. I had to go in the house. And I was like, okay, that was not a good experience at all. And there used to be a club in Cleveland. I don't remember the name.
The Flats?
No, it wasn't the Flats. Some other club in Cleveland. We used to go there, they not here.
Okay.
And I remember, I couldn't remember this one. This had to be after. You don't remember all the bad stuff. He's done so much, it's just all lumped together. And he was at this club, and he was standing up against the wall. But he was dressed, he had like this romper on, he didn't have a shirt under.
Oh, I know what that is. It's like, was it gray?
I don't remember what color it was, but it was like, he had no shirt on underneath, and it just had straps. I mean, it showed his whole, it was just like straps. And then the bottom part was like shorts type thing. Okay, standing up against the wall. Yeah. You know.
He's a very sexual person. It seems like.
Like some people kind of show you what not to do. And that is it. If I had to meet somebody like him, I wish it would have been in a better situation where maybe there were a bunch of other people. He wouldn't have been doing it. He wouldn't have been trying to do what he was doing. So, yeah, that's my Mike Tyson story.
You think if there's a lot of people, he wouldn't have been doing it? Your grandma was there. You think if he was going to do it in front of your grandma, younger people ain't going to stop him?
More people around, I don't believe he would.
Okay.
You know, that was more of an isolated situation. But it was just us out there.
Yeah.
So I think a couple, like one or two neighbors kind of saw what was going on and they came out. Okay. They started to come out and kind of see what was going on. Yeah. Because they could see the tow truck out there. They could see, you know, because the tow truck was like, he first came, the tow truck first came with a regular tow truck and saw that it was
a Lambo.
Right.
And they needed a flatbed.
He had to go back and get the flatbed. That was the longevity of the whole time.
Yeah.
And stuff, you know, getting the right truck to tow the car. Yeah. And stuff. So that was just like, no, y'all going to do it. I'm going to go in the house.
Watch it. I say, more your meeting. Which one is it? That's cute. I like that story.
My grandmother was all cheesing and everything.
I know, that made her year, I'm sure.
Just the whole fact that she was able to call her mechanic to come and tow this car off of Van Aiken, right there where we live. She was very excited. Yes. Oh, man, I'm excited. Oh, yeah. LeVerts and stuff. So in high school, I had a class with Sean LeVert.
Okay.
That, I mean, whatever. He showed up to class just so they could legitimize giving him a passing grade. He would come to class, sit wherever he wanted to sit, and put his head down and go to sleep. They gave him like a B in class. He did no work, no nothing. That's when they first were starting the vertical group and stuff. And so, you know, and the social studies teacher, he was nothing. Oh my God, that's what he would do. When he would come to class, he would come in there, like I said, sit in the desk, put his head down, and go to sleep. And he was that way for the whole class, the whole semester.
Wow. Very natural. But study hard.
It just goes to show celebrity, you know, being famous.
Yeah. It'll get you smart.
Live and stuff. Just, you know, no work, no test, no nothing. You know, just absolutely nothing. You know,
I know that makes you mad.
even the math teacher and stuff. Even the math teacher, you know, she was also just passing him along and stuff. Because she had Gerald.
Okay.
The years that he was in school.
How was he? Oh, you don't know.
No, he was older.
Yeah, but you think he did his work? I feel like he did his work.
No, again, I'm writing it on the LeVert name. You know, like you know who my daddy is, right? You know, and so that right there, you know, okay, you pass, you know, pass class, next, you know, kind of thing. So no, they didn't have to do nothing. They didn't have to work hard. They did not have to work hard. They got passed along.
And you're like, why do I have to do my work?
The whole class. And teachers don't say nothing. You know what I mean? Teachers are not like, okay, and he didn't wait like he did.
Well, you better not say nothing to nobody. If you say something to me.
It was some of the days. You just say shake her.
I mean, parts of it. Just half and half.
Always.
But yeah, it was, they had a show on, I think it was ABC with Kerry Washington and Reese Witherspoon called Little Fires Everywhere. And it documents like Shaker back in the days. And yeah, it shows that it was originally.
I don't know what it is nowadays.
But still,
It's still okay. Luckily, this is from the kids that like me. It was not rich, okay? Okay, so my friend Lyle, he his parents have money. He lived well and stuff. He always has the latest clothes, always, you know.
Lyle Menendez? What we're talking about?
The first drive, I mean, you know, Lyle definitely, you know, so, yeah. I miss him. I won't say that, I miss him. He struggled with addiction. Women loved him, but he desired him.
He was a looker.
Fell in love with the wrong
Man.
Yep, married man.
You gave him something?
Didn't give him anything.
Okay.
Just, you know, love someone that you can't have.
Yeah.
I mean, that tipped it over.
Yeah.
That tipped it over.
He was out and his lover was here, so it's like a
That tipped it over. But he just always struggled with that. Always, you know.
That's the same thing EJ, he says that he doesn't date gay guys, he only dates straight guys. That it doesn't.
You know what? You know what?
Well, I mean, if they're dating, they're not straight, but they want straight men. Sometimes, not like, it's alright, you're dating. Like with my shirt, like, yes, I'm married. They don't want that. Which I feel like in like same-sex relationships, it's always like, I feel like it would do better if it was two of the same, because it's like, then you're secure with what the other person wants. Like when it's like a femme just with like a butch, which is always worried about the femme going back to men. Or the opposite way around.
The only thing I can say about the whole is that whole universe planet is I do still have some level of respect for those that choose to remain a man.
Yeah.
Or a woman.
Yeah.
Those that try to change and alter themselves, to me that is total sickness.
Yeah.
You know.
But some people believe that about like plastic surgery as well. Like it feels like to be changed.
Right, sure.
Yeah.
You know.
Just be yourself.
Exactly. But those that just, yeah. I mean, he dated girls in high school and stuff. He was always, but it's like,
That's how people get confused though. But I mean, I get you're exploring yourself. You don't really know for sure, but that's how women start going after gay guys because they think that my other boyfriend was like this. Yeah, but that's not.
and like the men that like the transvestites that are now women, it's like that's still like made it. So to me, be honest with yourself. Yes. Do you like having sex with me?
There's an episode alone. I'm not gay.
Show me that.
Part already. He's like, it's not gay. You just have sex with men from time to time.
The one scene I remember the most heart-wrenching to me was the one in that movie, Color Girls, where Mari Jackson, they're sitting on the opposite side of the bed.
Jump off a bridge or something later in that movie?
No,
somebody died.
The children of Kimberly Elise and what's his name? He got the kids out of the window.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And stuff, but something like that is just that to me goes on way more, and it's coming out way more that there are men who are, married who are like that just
On the down low.
like going to do that.
There's a movie called Cover. It shows that exactly. And it was happening. The movie is based in Atlanta and Philadelphia.
Someone would say no surprise.
It's really good. And they have a secret code for when, it's like a guy that they're trying to talk to and you're trying to figure out, like they're straight presenting, but you're trying to figure out if they're gay. So what they said is, this is the code. It's like, you got something in your eye. Can I blow it out for you? So if a man lets you blow
How not obvious is that? Okay. That's awful. Okay.
But that is true though. Like if a man lets you blow something out of his eye, then you're like, okay, yeah. You're down with it. Okay?
Emphasis on blow, right? Okay.
Because if a straight guy's like, yeah, blow it out. Either he's autistic and he doesn't really get the social cue, or he's with it.
Awful. But my friend unfortunately took his life. Because he
Couldn't deal with
just
the
struggled with, like I said, women loved it. He didn't have to go nowhere by himself.
Yeah.
Okay. And all women. He had no problem with that at all.
But what he wanted.
But it was just that struggle with, who he was and who he wanted to be. And his mother used to say, why don't you call Bridget and start dating her? And blah, blah, blah. I was like, yo, mama don't even know.
Really? That's like
It's
okay to tell her.
Yeah, it's like, alright, you know who you raised, right? I never had a problem with it. I love,
I know, I can tell.
The person,
He's a great person.
Yeah, my mother.
Was he like energetic? What was his personality?
Just fun.
Okay.
And stuff. It's like, if you was going out with Lyle, you're gonna have a good time. So you're gonna have some drinks. It was gonna be a good time, no matter what. Yeah. And so, yeah. I got that call. Somebody called me that was kind of a neutral friend.
Yeah.
But I didn't like them.
Yeah, but they still show you the respect because they know that we care about you.
Right.
They're about
And this goes back to when we were talking about knowing people earlier, and this person called me, and when she called me, I was like,
what the hell are you talking about? I know it has to be something.
No, I was like, I said, what's wrong with Lyle?
Yeah, you said, I know it has to be something.
Yeah, I knew instantly. I was like,
we don't like each other.
Exactly. I was like, exactly. And that's what she told me, and I was just like, He's like, well, you live in Akron for one thing. You're not in Cleveland anymore. And then I'm loved him at a job. He was just one of those people that it seemed like everybody liked. He was just that kind of personality. People come around and you're gonna have a good time. That's the type of person. And the crazy thing about it, to end this story, I ran into his mother, because his mother was in the same sorority, and we were at an event in Cleveland. And I ran into his mother, and she looked at me, and I looked at her. It was like, what do you say? I mean, it was just kind of like, yeah, it was just kind of like, I don't know. The silence spoke louder than us saying something.
So you guys were communicating telepathy.
Yeah, it was just kind of like a major loss. It was just kind of like, what the hell? What kind of thing? And I just, maybe I should have hugged her. I don't, at the time, it was very awkward.
And then for her, she was ready to have that right there.
Yeah, we were just both kind of just, not at each other, but just kind of discuss it. Just kind of the whole loss itself was just, like they say, nobody's gonna come. I believe some may see it and really didn't know what they were seeing.
And then he was always the life of the party, so it's like, who really can see, like, when they're sad, because they always are putting on, like, kind of performing for everybody. So, like, sometimes they don't want to show you that other sad side.
One time I was having, like, a lunch or something at a restaurant up there, she ran, and I called him, and I was like, I said, oh, you in town? I was like, come on over, so he came to the restaurant and stuff, and I was so glad. That's the last time I saw him. That was the last time I saw him alive.
That was
perfect. Say that. And so
no, but the last time you saw him, how was he? You invited him?
I invited him. It was fine, but he came in and was trying to change his voice. Make his voice sound deeper. Yeah. And I was like,
stop it, boy.
And I'm looking at him like, what are you doing?
Yes.
I know who you are.
Yeah.
Be yourself. You know what I'm saying? I love you.
Yeah. You didn't want to embarrass you in front of your friends. Maybe thought that the people that you were around wouldn't listen.
Okay, but they just got told off.
Yeah, I know. You're like a lion, baby.
Yeah.
The lion will eat them.
Exactly. And stuff. And I was just like, okay, well, we're going to be together again, and blah, 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 and this, that, and the other. I'm using that as a point of reference something. I don't remember what it was an example of, but yeah. Things come up in memory at the time because you're supposed to.
I know you were saying that way.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, like my cousin had a friend, a co-worker, and stuff, and he,
Yeah.
Okay. That's embarrassing. Or did it?
I didn't even look at their faces because I just thought it was just so
Well, it's harmless, I guess.
derogatory.
And he ain't gonna get anything else.
Well, my question one day was, what if her husband walked in and see this?
It's like he's gay. Come on. It's no harm, no foul.
Man, so other people were there. She didn't care who was there. And stuff. And so, and then, you know,
It was more attention. When you get somebody that loves it,
were rooting them on and all that. I was like, you know, I couldn't turn around. They didn't know I was probably, my cheeks were probably ready for me. And this guy walked over and said something to somebody at the table. He was like, y'all silly or y'all crazy or something like that. You know, because everybody could see what she was doing. Everybody. That was, you know.
Yeah, it was a circle. It was like a exhibition circle.
I believe that is something that helped lead to her being divorced.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So that was going on in public. Imagine what was going on in private. Okay, there you go. But nevertheless, and I always liked him and stuff because you know they're both principals and stuff. But I could just see in him the care, the passion that he has for students, kids, and that sort of thing. So, and then to me, he was being himself. Who he is. While still being who he is.
Authentic. That's what you can appreciate. Authentic people.
Yeah. So if you're gonna do that, continue to be yourself. Exactly. That's what So I'm a latecomer to it, but everybody's talking about The Shy.
Oh yeah. I watched it before. I haven't watched it. You got your just do it.
He's invited me.
Yes. I know. You do little thing. You Leo. Schedule. You look nothing with your
Yes, indeed. Don't make a wand, just,
terrible skin.
Oh, thank you on that. But looking a little sleepy. Maybe I
do a little eye thing if you feel like
the eye thing on me because my glasses back. Yeah, that's all. That's all. That's Oh, I'm talking about The Shy. So, I'm relating to it because I know it's the 8th season and she's gonna go off the air like all shows. Did you watch it? No. Oh, okay. Don't do that. Oh no. No, I watched it. I was just gonna make some comments about
I don't watch it, so you tell me.
Well, I like the first and second season. It seems like that was, it really draws you in, it really gets you, and then as further seasons come along, they change the characters. They change, I'm a creature of habit. And so, you do too much changing that you kind of lose me in the process of all the changing. And so as the seasons go on, all these new faces start popping up. I'm just kind of like, what's this? Like, who plays this? Who plays, and stuff. And, I do a little bit of review of the cast and kind of see who's who and a little bit more about them and everything. And one of the main characters from the first and second season, they had to kill off his character because they fired him because he was making sexual advances at his not co-star, but yeah, one of the main other characters that he was being scenes with and stuff. He was visibly soliciting her off camera, and it got so bad to where she was like, I'm leaving the show. I'm not coming back. She felt like she needed to bring somebody with her on set, right? Because he was just making inappropriate advances towards her. And so because of that, they fired him. And then the next thing I know, season 3 starts and they have a funeral. And they killed him off. Yeah, she just totally left. The way they wrote the scene and stuff, she basically just packed up all her stuff and left. So we knew she was going off the show with him. And so, season 3 starts and it's like, oh, okay. Brandon is gone. But my whole point of it, when it first started, really good show. I mean, really draws you in. You really just, wow, you're really just hanging on to, especially if you are binge watching.
Yeah.
And so, that's what I like to do. But what I'm finding is, again, as it's going into further seasons, up until when it gets to the last season, I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to finish watching it. I really don't. I'm just kind of like, all these things, all these new faces, all these, the shows are just, I don't know, it's not like I used to be.
What's your favorite show from back in the day?
Oh, goodness. Well, the show that came to mind was Cosby Show. Oh, yeah, that was a good one.
Cosby Show, a different role? Did you like a different role?
Yeah, I did. I didn't tolerate that as well as I did Cosby.
One thing I love about the show back in the day, the theme song. Like, a different world had a good one.
They're bringing it back. They're bringing it back.
Oh, they are?
They're bringing it
Are they
back.
gonna make it? They brought back the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. It's gonna be like that. Like
I don't know because I didn't watch that.
Carlton was on cocaine, I heard, or something.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, but the one that played, she was the older student. Elisa. I saw her. She was on the View,
Okay.
and she was saying that they're bringing it back and stuff. They're still gonna have her. Still gonna have the Colonel. Still gonna have Whitney and what's his name?
Are the old people gonna be on the new show?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
They're not gonna have a new.
As old people,
Okay.
it's still gonna be Whitney and Dwayne.
Yeah.
And she's still gonna be Lisa.
Yeah.
That sort of thing.
That's
So,
cool.
I don't know. I might keep at it, but it's not something where it's like, okay, every Thursday I see it. Also, I haven't forgot about the curls. I'm thinking about when maybe if I go somewhere.
Yeah.
The curls, but the way I've seen them, I don't like them being like so round and tight. Is there a way to
It won't be like that.
pull
It
them
won't be like
apart?
that.
It won't be okay. And they're like coils.
That's one way of doing it.
Okay. Good to know there's more than one way to do something. Okay. So, my sister, she had it one time. It was good on her and stuff. So, yeah, it was good on her. And I was just like, okay.
Oh wait, is this your twin? Same. What do you get? Oh, I love Sanford.
Jefferson, and you've seen a lot of the little episodes of those shows on the social media, on TikTok. They play the little scenes and stuff like that. It's still funny, even hilarious back then, you know, and it's still, you know, it's still entertainment, you know, even today. It's that stuff. When I actually sit and watch this episode after episode, I don't know that I would. I have to say.
I used to call my mom and my sister. They reminded me of Sanford and Son all the time. They would be arguing just like Lamont and Red Fox.
Wow. Tell somebody that's half grown, almost grown, what I'm gonna do, because that never works out. That's why you mentioned that I have another cousin who, she was the first one ever in my life. She was babysit me. She was my mother's first cousin and stuff. My grandmother and her mother were sisters. And she was babysitting me, and she was the first one ever where I heard a child cussing their parent out. She would get into it with her parents.
Yeah, that sounds like
and she was cussing them like they cussing her. And dared them to say to her, who you talking to? So she would let them know who
She's
the
the
first
first
to.
white black kid.
I guess, you know, to this day, I'm like, I said, you do realize that, you know, I learned from you about cussing out parents, right? Oh, I was like, I ain't never. I said, then you know I could have been with that with my mama, you know, with your cousin, right? She just cracks up right after her. And I was like, I said, that was something else.
We're gonna kill your mom if I
I'm gonna kill me. There's been no way in the world. She sure would. And toe to toe with them. It's something. Totally revived, totally brought back to life. And so, yes, darling, capture this on film. So this is a true transformation here, boy. I'm telling you, my hair was like, you think that's way not one more day. Okay? And what is it? It's like, you think me itching bad now, you ain't seen what really gonna happen here. You ain't seen what's gonna happen. I know. Okay. No, just because I'm just tired of Piata, period. Hello. I didn't know you was here. Oh, yeah. I'm going to finish my yoga. But the thing about Piata is it's not good for when you bring it to somebody. I'll tell you why. Because I always put it in the oven.
make it hot enough. So it's just like, I'm not eating this lukewarm food.
Right. Well, this is like how Chipotle.
Yes.
And stuff.
I do that too. Put that in the oven too. I don't eat Chipotle straight off the thing.
Yeah.
I always put it on keep warm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I rather
Should not do all that.
I know.
Okay, because like, you know, when I get my food, I'm hungry.
Right.
So I need my food. If I do that.
Exactly. That's how it should be. They're like, if you can cook at home, then bitch.
Okay. And if it's clear like that,
That's what I was saying. Like when a restaurant is like, well, like, what's wrong with people? Why don't you guys cook at home? I need to get first in line.
okay, that's going to affect your ranking and stuff. So, and I know that's a potential that, of course, happens, especially if you DoorDash it and stuff. And I'm lazy. I
He really doesn't. He doesn't want anybody to do it. She's like, you know how disgusting people are when they're traveling. It's like, see what I'm doing?
Yeah, it is.
But he used to work at Taco Bell. So he talks about all the nasty things that people do to food. That's why he really took his food in the oven. Getting some of those germs off. Yeah. He used to work at Taco Bell in the donuts.
Two of the worst. Two of the worst. Okay.
You never had a job. Like a job working for somebody else. I really haven't. Like I worked at Abercrombie and Fitch. That was because they came on campus and just act like they were gonna give me a modeling job and then I'm just like stocking backrooms. But they have people that recruit on college campuses like for Abercrombie.
Okay.
But now when I look back on it, this was a sex trafficking thing. Because they were at Ohio State. Okay, this is where the Wuxner guy is, who gave Jeffrey Epstein a lot of the funding. And Abercrombie is one of his companies that he had. There was like all like good-looking young people working there. That's like their thing. They always hired good-looking young people, but it was probably to traffic in some type of way. Once you show your loyalty to the company, they probably saw that I was not really.
Like, I have plans to do something real in my life, okay?
I was only there for like a week or two. I don't know. The check was more than I expected it to be because I've always heard people saying, when you get that check, those taxes and everything that come out is going to, and I think they actually gave me an extra check. That's one thing I didn't really understand about the place. I didn't understand what I was supposed to be doing because I'm like an action person and we were literally like basically doing nothing on it. We're just voting up a couple things and then, but I should have just kept the job and just kept getting paid like that. I don't know what's wrong with me. But who knows? Maybe I would have been sent to a hotel where they're like, yeah, they want you to drop off these sweaters to this guy.
Really? Oh no.
Who knows? I didn't stay in the company too long, so I don't know what really goes on.
That's real. It would take my sister to tell the story. She adopted a girl, many years ago. Girl, grown now, but she got caught up in some type of sex trafficking and they took her to it was somebody. And she started to realize really what it was when she was at the airport trying to get on the flight that they had set up for her.
Yeah.
And realizing that, something was going on, something out of the ordinary. It was such an ordeal where my sister had to like call the authorities and stuff and get all them involved and get her back and stuff because she was on her way out of the country. And she would have got on that plane out of the country, she probably wouldn't have her to stay. So that is
Yeah, especially at airports. I've seen literally there's a lady that was crying, buckets of tears with this guy. She didn't speak English. But nobody was saying anything. Like, don't let her. She was crying. I'm like, what's wrong with her? I mean, I guess people could be going through a that, but I thought it was weird. That's the American business. Because you know she was modeling. That's a good trafficking modeling business. That's what she wanted to do, right? Oh yeah. She would have been Diddy. She would have been Cassie.
Oh no, let's not even have that thought. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that
I saved you from being Cassie.
Yeah, oh that was
Yeah, he stayed in.
like that.
She's trying to stop my dreams.
We finally a local audition. The voice.
Oh, the wrong song.
The Dale song.
Okay. That last. Not that last.
It's one of the popular ones. That's not a Dale. And so, she was upset, and I was like, don't be upset. I said, this is stage. I said, they already deviated on the
Pre-selected, yes.
you know, and so they just going through emotions and stuff, you know, all of it and stuff. So, but I told her, you know, this is for you, because you need to see, you know, that this is really a gimmick, not really about and stuff. So, and even after she came out of it, I had to take her for years, she was doing it called singing intro. She didn't listen. So because she didn't listen, it didn't work out. I was like, I told you to keep singing.
Yeah.
I said, just stop.
You gotta be consistent. Yes, yes.
She just got away from it. We tried to sing it. I was like, I said, you're not doing it right. I said, you're not all around right. I said, I know you want to be, you know, afterwards, that's such a graduation. And you know, everybody was like, you know, whole grandmother went up there and trying to console her and all that.
She messed up like she messed
I'm
up the
sitting
song
there.
or she forgot the words or what? She messed the note?
She didn't do what I told her. That was the problem.
She didn't do what I told her.
Right. She didn't do what I told her.
And what was that?
First of all, rehearse the song.
Okay, she's just like, I got this in the
Sing
bag.
a song that's in your voice tone.
Yeah. You're right.
Anyway, right. And so that, like, you start the music and everything. I was like, and then afterwards, you know, people come up, oh, you did good, you still did good. I said, the girl that couldn't sing did better than you. Yeah, I know, I wasn't supporting mine at all.
No, but you're like, you're like a coach that's mad at players.
And she was like,
what you guys
and she was doing all that, and I was, and people coming up to her, oh, you still good, you still good. I told her, I said, no, you didn't.
They lied.
I was like, you didn't do what I told you to do, first of all. I said, you sung a song that was not in your right voice tone, which I told you anyway. you know, I said, you chose to do whatever you wanted to do. I said, well, we got through it. I said, but let's go on to something else now. Then, you know, they probably still hate me.
You're real, brutal, honest.
Yeah, brutal honesty. Like, okay, really? Okay,
no, you didn't. Don't tell her that. Don't lie to her. Don't tell her that you did.
I said, you could have. I said, you had the potential. I said,
it's not like, I don't think it's bad because it's like, you're not like hating, like, you could never do this. You're just like, you just didn't stick to the plan.
you know, hey, you know, her dreams that, you know, I don't know, now that she's older, a little now, you know, she's a mom and everything, that's just the part of it. Hopefully, yeah,
Oh, you're like she's gonna be like Tony Braxton saying at the gas station, like, when you get discovered by baby.
Possibly, you never know. You know, she was listening. And she wouldn't do it. I was like, you can keep seeing it like a
But that is true. You just have to keep doing it, whatever.
Right. I told her that. And I was like, I said, you never know. I said, somebody rich,
that is how you do it. Especially Cleveland Shaker or Westlake. Hello.
Well, we weren't in Westlake yet, but
she's
still,
there now.
You know, right. So it could have been, yeah. And I told her, I said, just keep singing. She wouldn't do it. I was like, okay, well, then, yeah. Let's try to sing. You know, stuff, you know.
She still has talent. She still has
She don't have time for it now. She got her, yeah, she don't like it. She got different responsibilities. But back then, you know, when she was still, you know, coming right out of my house and stuff, yeah, she, you know, I believe somebody would have, you know, discovered her or at least had her continue to sing, come to the events and sing. But, you know, she sung down here St. Mom. She sung the national anthem down in St. Mom. So, you know, in front of all the people, but, you know. So she had a potential, what I'm trying to say. She just didn't listen to me. Yeah. It's like, but what kid does?
Exactly.
Right? Yeah, what kid does? She didn't listen. And I was like,
That's one of my son's books. I don't like you to tell me what to do.
when you're a person like Diane, who already is here knowing everything, and just happens to be in a kid's body right now, so he kind of just has to go through those motions and stuff. But really, you know, really not really anything you really need to teach him, show him. I mean, yeah, y'all guide him and everything, but really, you know, okay.
Yeah. Next time we go back to he looked at him, like, put his eyes, like, all right, back here. And he didn't like it.
He's like, I'm here for bigger and greater things, Dad. You know, really? Actually, you know.
I mean, he actually is a kind of like a micromanager. He likes to do that. Versus, I guess that's what comes with when you don't like people to tell you what to do. You like to tell other people what to do.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Because if you think that I have never done dishes before, I've never cooked a meal, anything like that. The way that he tells me stuff, I'm like, dude.
But like, well, baby, why don't you come over here and show me? Come over here, watch this video for me, and show me what you trying to tell me.
And he has a really crazy process. He's like, that's what take me all day if I do it your way. You're right. Nobody does it like you. You literally wash a dish, rinse it, put it in the thing, go back, wash.
Oh,
It's a little game.
okay. Well,
I'm like, you know, there's a. He's like, you won't listen. You won't listen to it. So, faster way, easier way. I guess you may not like it like that. You see it faster than him. Because time is the illusion for them. They're water drunk. They're in the water, so they don't really see time as a problem. Really? Like fish. They don't really have memory. They just keep running.
And stuff, so, yeah, whatever you should have. I said, do you eat chicken and rice every day? Do you eat anything else?
Yes.
And he was like, how you gonna, basically, nobody asked for me, leave me alone, just make sure it's readily available here, make sure and he will clean it. He will clean it. I told him for the air fryer, I said, use the liners. I said, I bought liners, use the liners in the air fryer. At first, he taught me to.
You know what you can get besides those liners as well? The wax paper. You can get some wax paper too.
Wax paper? Okay, I know. I'm all fancy with
I know.
You just pull it, and put it back in. I know, okay. Something I just gotta just be extra on, okay? Yeah, so.
Like the extra expense.
But then, I know, but they give you like 1,000 of them. Oh, they do. It's a bunch of them.
So you'll never run out.
I guess not. It's probably more some now, but anyway. So, and he just was too down. I didn't use that, blah, blah, blah. Just, I watch the blah, telling me all kinds of stuff. And I'm like, okay. That thing, I'm sitting, watching him in the kitchen. He pulls the liner out of the cabinet, puts it down there. I'm like, now you realize
that he got tired. When he got tired of washing,
right. He had to wash it as much. Use the liner. That's what I told you. It's like, like my daughter, you didn't do what I told you to do. Now you're doing it, you realize what I'm saying. Yeah, he used to. I don't mess with him. He does his own little groceries. I'm like, hey, he buys what he likes, and he goes and he fixes it. But I told him, I was like, oh my goodness. I said, so sometimes in the air fryer, you're going to buy this one right here. I said, you use this thing.
Yeah.
I'm saying that you shouldn't,
Uh-huh.
but, it's kind of like, we do still have, you put some stuff on the stove. I mean, he has his own little way, like he was just saying. He has his own little way of how he wants to, and I come down and at least the stuff is clean. It's clean, so, even though it's a pile of dishes in the dish pan, but it's still clean, where he washes it, because, when he comes in, he wants to be able to pull out everything, dump it in there. Like first thing he'll do is dump his rice cooker, get that started. So you have this little rhythm and nothing and stuff. I'm like, okay. All right. As long as I don't have to do nothing. I do enough. But it's here. If you want to stand in the washing dishes, one dish at a time like that, and it takes him from today
to the
next month is washing dishes.
And that's how long it's taking him.
As long as he's clean.
Still doing the dishes, I'm like,
As long as he's clean. They're clean, right?
Right. Yes, they are. They are clean.
Well, there you go.
You'll make sure they do it.
All right, then. That's the thing.
That's why James left the house. Because his mom wanted him to wash dishes, and he was like, I'm using the dishes. Why do I have to wash?
That's kind of a good question, really. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I can see when you're taking the trash out of these, I don't know. That's the house.
So, like, you don't have to do something in this house.
Wash the dishes. I mean, I kind of can see that as a good stance or argument. Like, I don't even use the dishes. Why do I have to wash them?
Yeah. I mean, you can understand what that's happening.
Otherwise, because I told you to.
Yes.
It's my house and I told you to.
Basically.
I know that. Okay. And we took a stand, though. Like, okay.
Never been back since.
All right now. That's all it took to get you out of here. Dishes, huh? Okay.
That's all it took.
I ain't mad at you. I'm gonna buy some sprays one day. See if I can, why, a little bit, still some in the bottle, but it's going to some more. Keep my head straight here.
All right, you can sit under the dryer.
Little samples of
Oh
you know,
yeah.
just setting it all up for you.
Here you go.